Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I want to talk about the 3 Choices Win a Team event that has just gone live today. So, this event allows players to choose one starter dragon to support, which will enable them to play with a specific fixed team, which will be given to them for free if they complete the dungeon. However, you only can choose one of these teams to support, and if you are successful in clearing the dungeon with one of those teams, you can't go back and make a different decision. So you want to make sure you actually choose the one that is best for your individual monster box. As a whole, I think this is actually quite a fun and nice event because it's nice seeing older cards actually have some spotlight showcasing them, especially the starter dragons, because it's been how many years, and I can't remember the last time I even looked at my starter dragon. So regardless of all that, I want to go through each of the 3 teams that are given to us and give you a bit of an idea as to what you can do in terms of your selection to try and optimize your benefits. So as mentioned already, you only can choose one team. I'm going to copy paste their screenshot image from the in-game pop-up when you try and go into the dungeon. You only can clear it once with one team, but if you clear it, you get said respective team. Now, all 3 teams are going to feature their respective starter dragon, along with one of the Chinese Celestials for the matching color. But in the case of red, you actually get a second Pantheon card, which gives them a bit of an edge. Naturally, you want to pick the team that gives you a Pantheon card that you don't already own. I do not care about the Golem or the other farmables. I do not care about the Rider or this weird Swordsman. They are completely garbage. All you really care about is the Pantheon, which is the Chinese Celestial, and in the case of red, Ami no Uzume. So remember, you want to pick the one you do not have first. If you're only missing one of the 4 possible Pantheon cards, your decision is much easier. But if you're missing multiple ones or you are missing all of them, the decision becomes a little bit harder. So, as mentioned already, Ami no Uzume's highest reincarnated form, which I'm going to look at here, has really no practical usage. It doesn't do anything at this point in time that we really care about. But with that being said, because this is a Pantheon monster, it has a chance, or it has a strong likelihood that it should receive a super reincarnated evolution, which might give it some value. We don't know, but it has much more potential for growth compared to a Rider or one of those swordsmen. So if you are missing multiple cards or all of these Pantheon cards, red is the good default answer because you will get not 1, but 2 Pantheon cards. Now let's look at the Chinese Celestials, which are much more exciting by comparison. So each Chinese Celestial has 3 distinct forms that have value, with one of them being a future evolution which we will receive at some point in time. So for Leyland, her super reincarnated form provides 777 combo, double jammer with possibly Cloud or full bind immunity, like a random super awakening. But what makes her useful is that she has 3 effective skill boosts, because she does have a turn of haste over active and 2 natural skill boosts, and she does have strong personal damage, assuming there are no void spawns, along with 40% jam resistance. So this is a reasonably useful card overall, but I want to kind of highlight her physical typing because it allows her to be utilized on Grigori teams. Whenever I see physical and fire, I just think Grigori, yay, and it kind of works. I use it on my own team, and it's useful because, 3 effective skill boosts is obviously helpful. Some jam resistance, it's not a terrible thing to have, I'll take it, but what makes her useful is Grigori teams, most of the damage comes from your 2 leaders, which is all through TPA. Sometimes you won't have 4 red orbs. If you have 3, you're not going to do as much damage. But with Leyland here, you will be at least able to have 1 card deal meaningful amounts of damage. Furthermore, her active skill is useful. It's a tricolor board changer of fire, wood, and light. Normally, that's not the greatest, but if you have an auto follow attack leader, it's great still because it's the 2 colors Grigori needs, and it's just going to be a kill board, and he does have auto follow attack, so you don't have to worry about the absence of heart orbs. On the other hand, if you want to have a more strong VDP solution, her pixel form is definitely viable. You get double 7 combo, double VDP, and super jam resist with natural bind immunity. The drawbacks are you have much less weighted stats, significantly less. You actually have very low attack, and, you only have 1 skill boost, so good luck using that on transforming teams. It's not strong enough to justify having 1 skill boost, in my opinion. I feel it would just be a possible Awoken Bind and Bind Clearing solution if you're lacking other options and you don't require the Super Reincarnated form or the new Weapon Assist, which are in JP. They will come to North America at some point in time. But all of them follow the similar template of full bind immunity, a skill boost, and then a single orb enhance of the 3 colors that their board changer makes. So in the case of Leyland, you get fire, wood, and light enhanced orbs, as well as the skill boost and full bind immunity. So as a whole, this is actually a fantastic weapon assist, and I'm surprised they gave one so strong to a Pantheon monster. Like, I'm just truly surprised, because at this point in time right now in North America, we only have one card who has full bind immunity and skill boost through a weapon assist, which is Mariel from Draconic Orchestra, which is a top rarity card from a 10-stone event. So I'm just kind of baffled that Leyland or other Pantheon cards from the Chinese Celestials are going to have basically this template for their awakenings. So it's pretty great. And if you can't really decide between the different colors, you just need to think, where would I be able to utilize this? What teams could benefit from the tri-elemental board changers, especially those with auto follow-up attack, because it allows them to ignore the resolve and most likely have enough orbs for a kill board. Conversely, if you choose the water starter, you get Karen. And Karen is by far the cutest of the three featured here, so that obviously deserves some mentioning. But she does have a super reincarnated form in Japan, which will come at some point to North America soon. But it gives you 4 natural skill boosts along with haste, so 5 effective skill boosts. So transforming teams, rejoice. She also has meaningful amounts of VDP damage, especially if you get one of the offensive awakenings from her super awakenings. Always helpful to have, and 40% poison resist. So as a whole, it's not a bad card. You still have this tri-elemental board changer, which obviously works better for auto follow-up attack teams, but with that attacker typing, you can be used on Fasca teams, and if you're using Lamp plus Fasca, I know the poison resist is a little redundant, but at least Karen's board changer will still kill resolve spawns because of Lamp's auto follow-up attack. And again, 5 skill boosts is useful. It's not going to be necessarily a bad card. It's going to be worthwhile to have. So again, if you play mono water teams and you're willing to be patient for this super reincarnated evolution, it could be something to think about. Her pixel form gives her much stronger personal damage, as well as super poison resist, which is great, but of course you have to remember these are very low weighted stats, and you only have a god typing, and it does make it much more restrictive in terms of the teams they can be utilized on, because gods don't really have a truly amazing transforming team outside of Dire, who wants Rainbow, which is inappropriate for this pixel evolution. Next is their weapon assist, and like Leyland, skill boost, full bind immunity, a bit of orb enhances, again, obviously best on teams that can utilize those 3 colors and wants to become bind immune. Finally, we come to the wood starter team, and Mei is the real prize to acquire, and she trades out resists for stronger personal damage, especially against dragon and devil type spawns. So if you are in need of a powerful mono wood damage solution, reincarnated Mei, super reincarnated Mei can definitely be a viable choice. Now, at the same time, if you already have strong damage dealing options, it's going to lower her overall appeal because, well, you probably want resists at this point in time. But again, it can definitely function across a wide variety of teams as well, because as of any super reincarnated card, with 3 different typings, it's a lot easier to slot her on different teams. So it can be something to keep in the back of your mind. Like the other Celestials, their pixel form provides strong amounts of VDP damage when combined with their 7 combos, as well as super blind resist. So these are nice awakenings, but you have quite low stats, and that low attack stat is not going to help the strong personal damage potential, which is going to be a drawback. And at the same time, it's going to be hard to really find a team to truly take advantage of them, because you only get 1 skill boost in their pixel forms, which means any transforming team is going to ignore them. And then finally, with their earring, they have, well, same skill boost and full bind immunity. Again, it's helpful for any mono wood team, especially because the on-color stat transfer, but it also gives you a bit of orb enhances for 2 other colors, so it might be useful on those teams as well. So, which one to pick? As mentioned before, you should pick the team that features Pantheon cards you do not already own. If you are missing only 1 out of the 4, that's an easy solution. If you're missing multiple of them, it makes it a little harder, and you should go through all the cards I just talked about and try and figure out which one you feel has the most value. If you own everything already, I would just pick red, mostly because you get 2 instead of 1 Pantheon cards. And again, Ami no Uzume might become useful. I don't know, it's hard to say. But if you have all the Pantheon cards and you don't even care about them whatsoever, pick whichever Chinese Celestial you find cutest. And in my opinion, it goes Karen, Leyland, Mei. So, in conclusion, this is a pretty fun event overall. Like, I think it's nice that they're kind of showcasing older and farmable cards, as well as giving players a chance to acquire this pre-made team, which can possibly clear some amounts of content. With that being said, you want to make sure you choose the team that provides the most value for your individual monster box, and doing so will usually result in the one that you don't own already. Regardless of all that, let me know which team you supported in the comments below, as well as what you think about this event as a whole. Hopefully all have a fantastic day. I wish you all the best luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.